What's up, y'all? It's Righteous Revolution podcast here. I'm Adam,
I'm Trent.
and today we're going to be talking through a couple different short videos with you guys. I'll kick it over to Trent to kind of walk through what we're going to be doing.
Yeah. So we're going to do a couple quick topics for you guys. We know that we haven't been putting a whole lot of content out there. It has been on purpose, but hasn't been on purpose. We've just been really busy during the summer. We've been wanting to spend some time with our families. We're getting that content out to you, especially as the summer winds down.
Oh, yeah.
But we're here. We want to, put some things out there. We're still going to talk about boundaries.
Yep.
We appreciate the comment on that. We're going to be doing that as well. But we just want to let you know that we're here, and we're going to be doing a few brief topics. Just a couple short minutes of
We know that some of our podcasts been a little bit long, but Trent and I just get in a conversation. We just like to keep talking. So we're going to just break it down a little bit. Some of the things that we kind of had on our mind to talk about. We'll jump into the first, and we'll kind of let you guys in on the next couple videos that come out, what we were thinking there too. But the first one we really wanted to break down is like, what does an intimate relationship with Jesus look like? So Trent, do you kind of mind walking us through from your perspective what that is?
Yeah, no, absolutely. I memean, I think it's paramount in everything that we do, to really seek after Jesus. I feel like there's a lot of superficial acceptance of who Jesus is, that people don't understand the relationship aspect of having a relationship with Jesus. And I'll be the first one to say that I was guilty of it too, not understanding what that personal relationship with Jesus is, and that he desires to have relationship with us. And then as we establish that relationship, we've talked about it on the podcast a ton, that he changes the desires of our heart. And the things that we do are in direct reflection of who he is.
Yeah.
So I just think that having that intimate relationship with him is of the utmost importance.
Yeah.
To it's foundational.
Sure.
To our walk with him.
Yeah. And I want to get a little bit deeper into that too, but kind of a second piece off that, like, where do you start?
Man, I think it starts with prayer and getting in the Word. I think that, sometimes we've made it of a system, like, oh, you must do this and you must do this. I just think you just need to get real with God and get alone with him.
Yeah.
And just ask his Holy Spirit to just come and minister to you. I've said this on the podcast 1,000 times. My prayer time is early in the morning, and it's intentional.
Yeah.
And I get up to have prayer time to meet with him.
Yeah.
And and he knows that, and it starts with just prayer. Sometimes it's not. It doesn't have to be these eloquent words. It has to be our heart.
Yeah.
And just to cry. And I thank him.
Yeah.
The first thing I do is thank him for everything that he's done for me, and I thank him for loving me, and I thank him for being there for me, and I thank him for who he is in my life.
Yeah.
And Lord, forgive me of where I failed you, and
That's so good.
get up, and then it gets into Holy Spirit, just speak to me, and a lot of times I'll have people on my mind or situations and stuff, like of people that are sick or just whatever, and start praying for those things, man, and then just the Holy Spirit starts moving.
Yeah.
And he directs your heart on things to pray for.
Yeah.
I pray for my leadership. I pray for the people around me.
Yeah.
And I think that's something that we need to do too. Even for our elected officials and stuff, like, you don't have to agree with them. We got to pray for them.
Yeah.
Pray that God guides their hand, and
Sure.
in the leadership of our church.
Yeah.
I pray for all of those in leadership in our church, and that God just anyway. So it just starts by talking to God and then staying in the Word. Allowing His Word to speak to us. You want a word from God? Open it.
Yeah. That's good.
So
Yeah. No, that's solid, man. I love the, like, really break it down, because I feel like sometimes, it could feel like checking a box, but you use the word intent, right? Like, what's your intent? Like, where's your intent? Being intentional with your time with God, and in that relationship, it's the most important relationship out of any relationship you can have, and I think just pouring into conversation with him and really just being raw and real with him is like the biggest thing. I was laughing because I had a buddy who's like, do you ever just like get in your car and just like, hey God, just talk to him like a friend? And I'm like, yeah, I do all the time. He's probably like, man, you talk to me too much. But no, I'm just joking.
I actually do that at the office and get some pretty funny stares now.
But it's like, where's your heart posture? I think that's the big thing. It's like, it's not just checking a box, like not just, and we talked about foundational time. It's not just doing it because you know you should do it, but it's like intentionally seeking conversation with him and wanting to be in his word. And like, I mean, part of the things that I pray to is like, hey, continue to mold me, but continue to reveal yourself to me. Continue to speak to me. If there's things in my ear that need to be unclogged, pull them out. You know, I just want to hear from you. I want to talk with you. But just seeking that, because like at the end of the day, right, love is an action.
Yeah.
And he's continuously loving us, pursuing us, but it's up to us to pursue him back.
Well, and to just, you know, to add on to that, you know, he tells us that he'll give us peace and joy, right? Daddy does promise us when, you know, he's not telling us that we have prosperity and, you know, the cash flow is going to come in, and he doesn't tell us any of that. As a matter of fact, he tells us that, you know, it can be tough. But when we pursue that relationship, we will have peace. Mm-hmm. We will have joy. Mm-hmm. As long as you got those things, I'm telling you, you're good. Because if you've ever experienced the peace of God, you understand the safety of that peace. And if you've ever experienced the joy of God, you understand the immovable joy that you have no matter the situation. And it all starts relationship. Like you can't, if you're not building relationship with the Lord, you're only going to get out of it what you put into it. If it's just Sundays, it's going to be tough. Yeah. I mean, honestly, it should be every day, dude. The days that I decide to sleep, like, oh Lord, I'm too tired. I immediately, when I get to work, like, oh man, I messed that up.
Worse.
No,
so, 1,000%. It's kind of like a muscle, you know. You work out a muscle, get stronger. And I think about that too, in a sense of like, man, if I don't have my time with him, my days are rough.
Yeah. Well, and you were talking about like a muscle, like creating that habit of spending time with him. Man, he's a father. He's a good father. Yeah. Like he's somebody that you can turn to, like, and he becomes the first one that you turn to for guidance, you know, it's not my power. You know what I mean? Like, Lord, I know this is you and I need your help. You know what I'm saying? Like that, and there you have peace in that. So
and I pray on it. I'm like, help me love you more.
Right.
Like, help me pursue you in this relationship. Mm-hmm. And, you know, on those days that I don't feel like it, man, like I pray like, man, just help me not just do my foundation, but intently do my foundation, you know, where I'm just genuinely seeking conversation with you, just relationship. Because, man, there's days that I wake up and I don't feel like it, you know?
There's a lot of those days. Especially when I'm tired.
Yeah. God, I don't feel like praying right now, but I need you to help me because I want to love you, and my body hates that.
Man, I've had some of the most intimate prayer times, though, when I didn't feel like it. Like, all of a sudden, he just kind of show up, and you're like, all right, I am so glad that I did that, you know, for sure.
Yeah. But, man, well, cool. I appreciate you kind of jumping in on, you know, what an intimate relationship with Jesus looks like, and you know, Trent and I are going to do a couple more different topics, just real quick, just breaking down some simple conversations, some things that we were reflecting on. So stay tuned. We'll have some more of these short clips for you guys. And if you guys have anything on these shorter reels too that you'd like us to talk about, feel free to drop a comment on the bottom of this video. And again, this is Righteous Revolution Podcast. I'm Adam.
I'm Trent.
And thanks for tuning in for this reel. Thanks, y'all.